Yeah, we're on tape delay.
Yeah. This was taped earlier in front of a live studio audience. Fuck you, Jay. Fuck you. Fuck you. You went out to hug Sammy and everything. But,
This was well executed. It was well executed. He knew what he was doing.
Yeah. And it was so well executed that I was angry with Jamal about it.
Okay, so, we'll go into more detail about that when we return from the intro. Because I feel like people need to see your face when you talk about this.
I don't need to see this face.
And nobody cares. Nobody cares.
They gotta pipe in audio for people to pretend like they care. Ow! Stop it! Leave him alone! Leave him alone, John Cena! You bastard! You no good bastard!
John Cena returned to destroy Austin Theory.
Yeah. This promo would have been so much better. And I didn't mind the segment. John Cena he delivered. But I really wish this was MJF in that ring. Because I feel like this was the MJF Bryan Danielson feud. But, microwaved up to an extent. And, Austin Theory don't live up to that. He doesn't live up to that. Which,
well,
it's probably a good thing.
I have a feeling.
You have a theory?
I have a theory that this is also directed at many other people. But we'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Hey! Oh!
Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
No! Don't throw your drink in John DeGresham's face.
Welcome, everyone.
You know how angry he can get?
He's
John Grace helped the victim up and carried him.
And the PWI wrestlers. Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. It is a strange time. It is 9:30 for me.
It is 1 PM for me,
which means it's probably like 4:30 if you're on Eastern time.
Yeah, it's about 4:30. You're about to go eat your dinner, maybe at the evening. Who knows? Your supper at 5 PM. Who knows? I don't know what you're.
Who in America calls it supper?
I'm sure there's some old motherfucker in here going like, "Come get your supper, Timmy."
Yeah,
I don't want to eat those vegetables.
If they're a fucking old ship captain that lives on a boat.
Yeah, it's also true. Here's something weird today. So, the show's on late where it wasn't probably going to be a Tuesday show. We may have said this Saturday or whatever. So, after work, I go to the gym, Manny. And I see a guy. And by the way, before I decided to watch Monday Night Raw, I chose, I normally do my watching of wrestling in the gym. And I have it on in the background, watching my stories, But today, because there was no show, I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch The Last of Us. I didn't watch it Sunday, so I'm going to watch it. Anyway. Is it
done
huh?
Before you carry on.
One more episode. One more episode
I'm going to
left.
watch it all when it's done.
Okay. So I'm on the treadmill, and I see a guy, and it's a big white dude, handlebars, big old, has a trucker hat next to him coming in. And I don't see he's just working out, and I'm running on the treadmill let's get this working. And I'm making a reaction going, The Last of Us, just moments going oh, it's crazy and stuff. Anyway, the guy turns around, and I look at him, I was like, look at this racist motherfucker. And then he turns around, and I see his shirt, and it goes, "Make being black legal." And I almost fall off the treadmill and go, "What?" So I am done. That was the end of me stereotyping people. Wasn't for my life. And I went, but it was just so shocking. It was like, wait a minute, you, no,
Probably got a black girlfriend. That's why.
black wife, black girlfriend, or something. But he looked like the guys from the motorcycle show from was it? Maybe it's American Chopper. I never watched it. That might just be a cooking show.
The one where they make the bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one with the meme, from the meme. He looked just like that guy. And I was like, oh, he can't pop. This guy must be racist. He must be upset. But the reason I thought he was upset is like, this black guy's in my gym, ruining my gym experience by making weird reactions to whatever he's watching on TV. I'm done judging books by his cover.
Jimmy said never judge a book by its cover in 2023. No, continue. Because people will continue to surprise you. Just like how Marcus was just surprised today by someone hitting him with an Uno reverse card.
Yeah. Come on!
But
I blame everybody for this.
Technically, there wasn't going to be a show today. There technically wasn't going to be a show today. I had stuff going on, and but then things went good. So I was like, Marcus, I was like at 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock my time. I was like, Marcus, I can actually do a show. So I set it up. He doesn't respond. I'm assuming he's asleep. And then I'm assuming he'll read it at some point because Marcus is old, so he gets up during the middle of his sleep to go toilet, much like everyone past the age of 35.
Yeah, but not Marcus after the gym. Marcus after the gym is out like a light. I think you called me, what, 3 times? You called me 3 times before I actually heard it?
Yeah, so
I went 2.
I was like quarter 2 before we go live. I text Marcus, "Are you awake?" No response. So I was like, "Okay, 5-2. I'm gonna ring him." That's when it starts getting urgent. I was like, "Where the fuck is he?" It's to the 3rd time I rang him. He responded in the most like out of it state I've ever heard him in.
Yeah, just gone. Like I was like, huh? What? Like I swear, because I was, like, why is Manny calling me? And then I was like, maybe it's an emergency. What? Like I was just out of it. I was gone. I was asleep.
Yeah. So that's why the show is a little bit later today.
Yep. I looked like I had a concussion, like I was inside of some type of casino ladder match or something.
Casino ladder match?
That shit's dangerous. People almost died last week, Manny.
Yeah, not that commander though. You king of the ropes.
All right, you ready to jump into Monday Night Raw?
I am. I'm ready to jump into Monday Night Raw. Let's get to it. Monday Night Raw opens up with Paul Heyman telling Solo and Jimmy to handle the Sami and Kevin Owens problem. Marcus, who in 2023 actually still goes, call Roman Reigns?
I love what he does because he does it all the time. He does it all the time. But have you ever seen Surf Ninjas?
No.
Okay. It's a movie that's like surfer, they become ninjas, it's like ancient stuff, there's a war, it's the blah 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 blah. Anyway, listen to this Wilson's the villain. And he's like this half cyborg, half guy. And then like he gets a phone call from a guy and he immediately answers the phone call, kill him all. It's hilarious. And he just goes, kill him. Yes, kill him all. And he hangs up, he answers the phone again, and he goes, kill him all. And then he hangs out. He's like, hey, Mom, how you doing? And he hangs up again. Yes, kill him. That's how I imagine Paul Heyman was working tonight. Kill him tonight. Yep. He doesn't make SmackDown. Kill.
So Solo Sikoa versus... the first match we get is instantly Solo Sikoa versus Kevin Owens. The match was going well till KO hits the swanton and then Jimmy breaks the count and then a beatdown causing the DQ. They try and put KO through the announce table, but Sami Zayn makes the save. And there's a thing about Sami recently that's starting to bother me.
Is it the hoodie?
He works for WWE. Yeah. Why is he going around with his hood up like that? Like he's trying to go into me.
Yeah, Manny, you clearly Manny, you clearly never had a bounty or a hit on you. This is what you wear. This is what you wear. Haven't you watched Avengers movies? You just put the baseball cap on the hoodie, and that means you're scared because people are coming after you. You wear the hoodie because you can't walk around thinking, because he's running from, essentially, Manny, the Bloods, who will gun him down in the street outside. So he has to be hitting at all times.
And then Sami Zayn makes a save, and then when trying to give KO his hand, KO rolls out of the ring, and then later on in the night, Sami tries to tell Kevin the bloodline is too much for the both of them individually, and they can't do it alone, and the only way they can do it is together. And then Kevin just like, I don't want any part of it. Maybe you can make up with him. Maybe you suck up to the tribal chief and he'll take you back.
That hurts. He'll take you back. You can blow smoke up his ass and everything. I want no part of this with you. I don't know what's going to be the tipping point for Kevin to join Sami. What could it be? I mean, if it's not this, him saving him, or the
Roman's
previous
gonna have to go
week.
after Sammy's family again. Roman's gonna have to go for Sammy's family again.
What is gonna happen? It has to be something on SmackDown that they're gonna. It has to be like SmackDown, right? Because it seems like they're setting up all the matches this week, and we're like, where is Stone? It seems like it should be on SmackDown this week. Don't know what it's gonna be though.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, because Kevin doesn't really fit too much into the story. Like he's a really side character in this.
Yeah. He's the special guest star Kevin Owens at the end of the credits, because Cody has a place, Sami has a place, the whole bloodline has their drama in between each other. They have a place, and Kevin's the side piece who needs to join in with Sami. But it still works. It still works.
And then we move into something I'm just really not on board with, and I think it would have been the exact same if Brock Lesnar was in this position. It's Bobby Lashley calling out Bray Wyatt. He said he's tired of playing kiddie games with Bray Wyatt. He thought coming to SmackDown, confronting him man to man, would provoke him enough to do something about it, but he just remembered Bray isn't a man, and Bray sent a man in a mask at him, and Bobby wonders what he's going to take for him to face him like a man. I was like, Bobby, I feel bad for you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the TVs are glitching in the background. Be a man.
Well, Bobby Lashley's now gonna confront Alexa Bliss next week. Watch.
Well, you know, Bobby and his white women.
Yeah, but Alexa Bliss shoots fireballs and
Yeah, Lana
pins
does
awkwardly. And pins awkwardly.
Randy Orton has still yet to recover from that pin, by the way. That was the cause of his back problems. He can only get so erect.
Then we move into Carmella versus Bianca Belair. There was a nonsense segment between Carmella and Chelsea Green about going to the higher power, who was also in the back last night
with mustache.
No,
looking like Vincent Price. Apparently, I don't know.
No, so the picture going around is an old picture of a former Manchester United striker.
What?
Yeah. So this is the original picture. Someone's photoshopped a moustache on Vince.
I've seen that one.
That player, the person on the right, used to play for Manchester United. In this photo, he's playing for AS Monaco, which is a French team, and he hasn't played for that team since 2015.
Yeah, and here's the deal. And this, the one know how I knew that photo was fake, Manny. Even before I think you commented in the mid-card mess that was fake. The reason I knew that photo was fake, why the fuck would Vince McMahon be talking to him?
Also,
in the back in Boston. Nothing about that made sense. Like,
also,
Vince,
more
this
recently,
guy?
Vince looks way older than that these days.
That's also true.
The last time I saw him, he was out there looking like a ghoul.
Yeah, but Gomez Adams was in the gorilla position the whole night. But I really want to see what Vince looks like today. I'm sure hopefully he shows up at WrestleMania. And by the way, is there a Hall of Fame this year?
I don't think there is. I don't think there is.
I have not seen advertisement for it. I have not seen anybody going in. We're 2 weeks away from Mania, or 2.5 weeks from Mania already.
Unless they're doing a Hall of Fame where they just phone it in and just do all the announcements in one go the week before Mania or something.
They might. That could be Triple H's new move. Here's some shit. Take your Batista and Norman Smiley. Put Norman Smiley in the Hall of Fame, damn it.
Why? He don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
What do you mean? How many wrestlers has he trained? He's been like the longest trainer in the history of NXT, and everybody loves the Big Wiggle. Everybody loves Norman Smiley. And they always have a quota of putting one black guy in. So I'm saying Norman Smiley should be the black guy this year.
There isn't a quota.
There
isn't always a black person.
There's always one black person.
There isn't always one
They
black
make
person.
sure. That's why Coco got in. And I ain't talking about Pixar.
Well, we better start adding... You better get ready for the call. Ahmed Johnson's going into the Hall of Fame. And that when the moment I find that out, I'm calling you, Marcus, and you better answer whatever time of the day it is.
Oh, absolutely. I will do shorts on it. I will do a 2-hour podcast about the history of Ahmed Johnson. I will do a documentary on him and Farouk shoe fights and everything else that went on with that.
That shit was real. That shit was real. This match wasn't actually that good. Bianca wins, but Carmella and Chelsea Green beat down Bianca after the match, which causes Asuka to come out looking like a triad boss. That was the word I was looking for.
Yakuza, Manny. She's Japanese.
A triad's Chinese, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. You racist Asian man. Oh. Let me point out also, she was not, as Corey said, she was not ready for action tonight. She had them boots on. Asuka was walking with a limp, stumbling and bumbling on the way. And you know what? I didn't hate this match as much. I enjoyed the Carmella Chelsea Green link up. And I think that's what I was entertained by.
And then Bianca and Asuka have this really awkward stare down. I'm not feeling this match at all.
They're not doing anything for them. They have no reason to fight. Asuka should have attacked. Like I would when I was young, attack Asuka, attack. Beat the shit out of her.
And then The Miz moderates Seth Rollins and Logan Paul. Logan doesn't know what Seth's problem with him is, other than him embarrassing him and accomplishing what Seth has done in 20 years in just 1 year in WWE. Seth says he does make good points. Seth says he doesn't like him because he's the scum of the earth, a coward, a troll, a fraud, a human dumpster fire, and the people don't want him in their house.
Do you feel like he missed any insult to the Logan or the Paul family? I don't think he did. I think he got everything. I think he got everything other than saying you're in the prime of douchebaggery. That's what you are. To talk about your drink.
And then Seth challenges him to fight right now. Logan says he doesn't fight for free, especially in Boston. Miz says he can make this match happen, so Seth throws him out of the ring. And then Logan and Seth brawl, and then Logan hits Seth with an awful punch that Seth just sells.
Yeah, it was a take back. Looked like he was a man slapping another, or a woman slapping a man who was about to take her purse. You brute, you brute, you brute. And it was just one hit. Seth goes down, sells it.
And then he finishes it off with how Seth ended the call last week of "bye, bitch."
Yep. Decent feud here. Can't wait for the match, honestly. I think this is going to be the pinnacle of Logan Paul matches. I don't know if he's going to top Seth Rollins. Seth is probably one of the top wrestlers in the world today who can have a match with anybody. And he's a better wrestler than Roman. And I feel like...
But the Roman one had storytelling. I don't think
Roman
this is going to have that much... I don't think this one's going to have as much storytelling behind it. This is just going to be one of those kind of AEW matches that are like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Good. But like I wasn't fully invested in it.
Don't honestly care who wins this either way. Just hope both people are happy.
And then Then we get Dolph Ziggler versus Omos. Mustafa Ali is dressed as Dolph's biggest fan. Omos.
Where we going with this?
I don't care.
Manny, in a text message, you asked me to skip it. I chose to watch it on times 2 speed, and I went, oh, maybe I watched that too fast, and I rewinded it, and I was like, nope.
I should have skipped it, and you should have skipped it.
I was thinking about skip it. By the way, we need to add that to our random sound box or clips of skip it. But I don't know why this is happening. Don't know what Mustafa's doing, and don't know. Although I think him and Ziggler can tear it down as a nice pre-show WrestleMania match.
Yeah. Corbin thinks he can get into the Maximum Male Models, but they are looking at Otis. But Maxine says we'll let you in
plot.
if you can dispose of Chad Gable.
Yes, this is some evil not even mid-card, lower card storyline. And Manny, I'd say this storyline belongs on NXT, but this is beautiful to have it on Raw. I am digging this for maybe the wrong or right reasons. But
every week I look to how Mansoor and Must Say are going to stand as awkwardly as possible as she does all the talking. Like,
yeah, Must Say's face was like...
I can't get my leg that high.
Yeah. This week, no leg, off face this week. Yeah. I can't look. And then I enjoy the redness of Corbin. Yeah. And oddly, Maximum Male Models makes more sense with Baron Corbin than it did him with JBL. I don't know why, it just does.
And then we get Johnny Gargano versus Finn Balor. It was a decent little match, but do you think you know me? Came back. Dun, 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 dun. That music went on for way too long. Edge had done his business. Edge had done what he achieved. Johnny Gargano did his finish, but the music was still playing as the 3 count was going down.
Yeah, Mr. Official, there has to be some interference.
I can't be taking pinfalls whilst the soundtrack is playing.
Oh, tell you this: the one thing that's bugging me about Edge right now is his hair. I can't look at it. I just look at it. I was like, what is he going for here? Like, it just looks terrible. It just looks bad. Yeah,
back in sides, but like he's starting to look like Kevin Nash when Kevin Nash went for the short hair.
Yeah, just doesn't work. But Kevin Nash can pull off short hair. Edge can't. Edge can't pull off old man long hair. Christian is clearly aging better with his turtleneck. By the way, what is going on with turtlenecks, sleeveless turtleneck shirts? I know we're not in the Becky and Bailey segment yet, but they wore the exact same shirt that Christian wrestled in on Sunday.
They wore the exact same outfit, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, but I was so confused on why everybody was dressed like this week.
Edge spears Finn post-match as Dexter takes out Priest with just a punch or whatever it was, and Damian Priest was just out.
Mm-hmm. He's the weak link of the Judgment Day.
So we found out the next Saudi show. It's the King and Queen of the Ring. Didn't think they would announce the Queen of the Ring in Saudi, but there you go.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's why it's King and Queen. They put the King in all caps. The word Queen is covered up with a black text. The hide that we're talking about women.
And then we learned that we're getting Ed. We learned that Edge calls out Finn next week. Yeah.
I'm going like, where were we going with this? Like they already announced. I feel like they announced the match already, didn't they?
I thought they did. We get Piper Niven versus Nikki Cross. This match happened.
Killed her. That's it. That's what I was about to say.
And then John Cena comes out, and then before he can even speak, A-Town down.
A-Town down. By the end of it, I was screaming A-Town down.
No,
A-Town.
John Cena put A-Town down.
Yeah, he put it on.
So I saw my dog. I named him A-Town, and then John Cena came and put him down. That's what happened. Theory says he became a WWE superstar because of John Cena and offers a gift of a Mania match against him. Cena says no. He isn't interested because he hasn't earned the right to give it. He watched him and said he doesn't care about Theory.
Yeah, why would I do this?
That was initially just like, I ain't got time for you.
Yeah, when he said that, he was like, "Oh, you're the gift to fight me," and like, "Nah, I don't care about you." I was thinking bigger. I was gonna have my retirement match with Baron Corbin.
Compares Austin Theory to Ruthless Aggression Cena, and that almost got him fired. Says Theory got the best name in WWE because that's exactly what he is, a theory. In theory, he should be great. In theory, everyone should be here to see him. But no one cares, and he's wasting our time. That is strike 2.
Yeah. At this point, you pull out a gun and you shoot the man. Somebody gotta go.
Theory tries to claim Cena quit on the fans by saying no to the match. Cena said, "I'd rather be bald than have them pump in fake crowd noises into my matches because nobody cares." If we have this is the killer though. This is the one that I feel. This is the one that I think that went too far. If we have a match at WrestleMania, I win. You lose everything. You're done. If we have a match at WrestleMania and you win, you lose everything. You win the day, sure, but the next day it will be you facing the WWE audience, and they will eat you alive. That was so harsh.
Yeah. He's talking about the Raw at the Mania crowd. Which will?
Yeah.
Jesus. That's strike 3.
Yeah.
Fuck. John Cena out there throwing 100 miles per hour fastballs. Theory can't even swing because he can't even see the pitches. And Manny, when I was watching this promo, as Evi alluded to, Theory being the MJF placeholder, I always thought about MJF, which was weird. And I was thinking,
I don't think Theory and MJF are even in the same realm. MJF is such a better talent.
Yeah,
in general. Like as much as good of a heel he is, and sometimes he blurs the line between what's real and reality, what's real and like fiction. I feel like MJF is a way better option, and I don't think the right comparison is MJF. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is, but I don't think Theory is the guy. Theory is going to be that Seth Rollins character or Randy Orton that goes opposite the Cena.
No, but I do have him in that. Him and MJF are the same. They're basically the same character. They're both scumbags. You know.
MJF's more of a scumbag.
Yeah, he's more because, AEW has no rules or boundaries on what they're willing to do to the people or say. But if Theory was off the rails in AEW, he'd be on the lines of talking shit like Christian and MJF. It's like on that hill level. But you're in WWE, he's pigeonholed to whatever script they have. So, I would compare them because they're in a similar age. They're both like 24, 26. Both young, up-and-coming heels. And by young, up-and-coming, MJF has already arrived. Whatever. So I will always compare the two. And I just was thinking, like, this segment would be amazing. Amazing. If it's John Cena throwing all this shade. But he was throwing it at MJF. Because you can make the same arguments about who he's talking about. Not the piped in audio or anything like that or people caring. But just, having all talent and replacement and the star or whatever. And then if MJF was able to throw it back at John Cena, Theory had a good line with the ball spot. But that was it.
But so it made me think everything John Cena said was basically what Kurt should have said to Baron Corbin. Because Baron Corbin has done nothing. And Baron Corbin is Kurt Angle's last match.
Yeah. And I have Theory a better wrestler character than Baron Corbin.
Yeah. But I don't see Theory doing the nonsense Baron Corbin did for years prior to that.
Yeah. I got money in Theory. Theory right now reminds me of, and hopefully this isn't blown out of proportion when I say this. Theory reminds me of The Rock, but in the very early stages of trying to figure it out. Like, he's saying things, but he's not fully immersed into it, like when The Rock first turned heel.
Yeah.
Like, he believed the Die Rocky Die stuff, but then there was kind of a portion in there where he just doesn't have... He's just saying things, and it's good, but it's not great. Like, you know it could be great. And I feel like Theory's in that stage. Will he get out of it? I don't know.
Yeah, and then this sets up the match between John Cena and Austin Theory at WrestleMania. I mean, it'll be a match. It's one of those things where it doesn't benefit Theory or Cena.
I think it'll benefit Theory if he gets the win.
I don't think it benefits him.
Or in general, I think just being in there with Cena helps him.
Being around Cena will help him, but I don't see where this benefits Theory that much. It's kind of like what Shawn Michaels says about having to going back into the ring against a young upstart.
Mm-hmm.
He sees no benefit. Like, if he gets the win, it looks bad on the younger talent, and then if the younger talent wins, you'll think that wasn't Shawn Michaels in his prime, kind of conversation, which is kind of where we're leaning towards with Waller and Shawn Michaels tonight on what's it called?
The Grayson Waller effect.
No,
Roadblock. You're talking about the show. Yeah.
Roadblock. But like some people have alluded to, this is going to be the debut of Dragon Lee, where Shawn Michaels will have someone in his place with like, I'm not going to fight you, but this guy will, kind of thing.
No.
But the reason,
I'd rather see Shawn.
People are saying the reason we haven't seen Dragon Lee Dragon Lee yet resurfaced yet is because of visa issues.
Everybody has visa issues.
The thing is, that's the problem when they hire so much talent that are region bound.
Yeah, I think that in front of this LA crowd at WrestleMania, though, with back to Theory and Cena, it's gonna benefit him. And if he beats him or lose, because it's just a nostalgic show. People are going to see Cena. Just play the hits. Like it's just if it's Ricky Steamboat, give me a bunch of orange drags and hit a dropkick carry down there. John Cena, you do the You Can't See Me and your 5 moves of doom and build heat. I would love for Theory to go too far though. I know it's a WWE, you can't go too far, and maybe I'm bloodthirsty lately. Been watching way too much AEW, but he need to bludgeon John Cena. He need to beat the shit out of John Cena and never bring him back.
No, so I still stand.
It's the blurriest picture I've ever seen in my life.
I know. I still stand by. I think Cena wins the US title and drops it to Jay White or whoever comes in.
Ooh, the Raw after Mania. Ooh.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense because you don't want Theory to take that L.
Yeah, but what would you do with Theory after this? I know we're jumping ahead. What would you do? Like, all right, let's say he wins, lose, whatever. Next night on Monday, what is he doing on?
I mean, you could give him a break, or you can have him. The problem is because the WWE title is now one title essentially because it's on Roman. You can't go at the top dog unless you are at that level. That's the problem we're at now because like when it was 2 titles, you could have that one where it was like Big E can win this title. Big E wasn't. I wouldn't go. Big E was a main eventer. I liked Big E, but I wouldn't go. He's on the main event level, same as Roman Reigns. He isn't on that level. You know what I mean? So you can have one. You can have one of those world titles that isn't the exact same level. Like when Rey Mysterio held that title, I think Triple H was the other champion at the time.
Yeah, but I don't like the subpar champion. I hate the mid card champion. I like when there is one champion. I like one champion. I'm a one champion guy, and I know it hurts you to Raw or SmackDown or whatever that they don't have their champion. But if you tell good stories, it's not about that. Like, you can elevate the United States title or whatever. I my thing with Theory, what I would do with Theory the next night, I would actually have him go after Cody. That'd be a nice first opponent for Cody if he wins the title. To go after Theory, and Theory just attacks
I don't think
him.
Cody's
Him and John
title.
Cena became buddy at the end of this segment for whatever reason.
No, so I've seen.
I don't know what happened. It's just like, here I come.
Cody talks so highly of John Cena. He said he used to. I think he used to ride with John Cena, and he learned so much from him about how the business works and stuff like that. So from the interviews I've watched of him, I think it was on the MMA Hour with Ariel Helwani.
Oh, he's biased.
Yeah, he's incredibly biased, but like he told him he did have a interesting interview with him. There's so much going on in the comments. It's all about Cena. Chad Gable versus Baron Corbin. Chad Gable gets a rare win on Monday Night Raw. I was like, oh my god. When I saw this match, I was like, which one is going to lose?
I knew Corbin was losing because they had the Maxwell Male models involved. Again, my favorite lower card characters in all of WWE. Not count NXT. That's
I'm not
ridiculous.
counting NXT. I was like, no, you can't. You don't ever dare diss Pretty Deadly like that. They are the maximum male models of NXT.
Well, I don't even know where I put. Pretty Deadly is to me mid card, top card, somewhere, just entertainment. They're for me. I don't know.
Yeah. We then get the Trish, Lita, Becky Damage Control segment. Becky and Lita big each other up and then thank Trish, who also comes out. Bayley comes out and says the old girls are selfish. She says Trish and Lita are the reason they are wrestlers, but Damage Control will be the reasons they never will come back. Trish says she wants to shut Bayley up and challenge them to a match at Mania, and the brawl occurs. And everyone was wearing the exact same thing.
Yes.
Bayley wore it better.
Yeah.
Although Bayley's outfit, I think, wore her.
Yeah. That shit was. Yeah. Bayley was out of control. That's all I'm saying. Manny, need to be on the WWE writing team today because I proposed a segment while I was watching this at times too when I was like, look at these old ladies out here. And they immediately said, this reminds me of an episode of the Golden Girls. And I was like, if I'm Damage Control, if I'm Bayley, and I'm talking about, I have the latest clip of WWE Goes Hollywood, I would literally air the Golden Girls theme song as Becky and Lita and Trish are in the ring. Or, do a video package of that.
There was 4 of them, and I feel like we need another one. There
Michael
3
Cole?
main ones, but they had the other.
Just add Michael Cole in there as Estelle.
That totally works. Because she hates Michael Cole.
Yeah.
And then we actually get to the main event, which is Jimmy Uso versus SAMI ZAYN. I can't read it anymore.
Sammy Zayn, right? I don't know why Manny had a stroke in the middle of Sammy's voice.
It's 10 o'clock. And remember the last time we recorded Retro around this time? I completely forgot how to speak.
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that midnight tonight, Manny is done. He turns into stone or a pumpkin or something. I don't know. The Manny Hayes disappears.
I turn into heel JR.
And they fired my ass! Oh, shit, JR.
Paul Heyman reiterates to Jimmy earlier in the night. Jimmy is the man to end the Sammy problem with all that
Jimmy
going
is not
on.
the man.
But reminds him if Jay doesn't come back to the bloodline, the tribal chief will blame you. You will be to blame. He said it about 4 times.
Yes. Which made me think that this whole storyline would come to a head at a SmackDown. Although, at this point, Manny, I have been spoiled. Jamal, who I'm going to have words with tomorrow, ETE, tuned in. Which I was actually going to...
Did it?
I don't know, because I got 3 Instagram posts, and normally they're harmless, it's like random one about Dave Finlay, there's about the, Japan Cup, stuff like that, and it's nothing in there. And so I go in there after, checking all my messages from Manny and everything else, just making sure I catch up on the world, because I disappeared from the world, apparently. I check it, and the first thing I see is Jey Uso kicking Sami Zayn. I go, no! What? I haven't even finished Raw yet, and I see that, and I go, no! And so, this is happening. Jay is coming out. He's doing his thing. He's in the ring with his brother, and he's putting his fist in his chest, and I'm like, dang, he's sided with him. Then he goes up to Sami, and I'm going like, he hugs Sami, I'm like, wait. And then he kicks him, and I go, no! Again! Like, I was spoiled. Like, I was rooting to hopefully that was a photoshopped image or I saw it wrong. But it was spoiled, and I was upset. But J-Man's incredible. Jay's incredible.
I knew
he might be the best performer of everybody.
I knew when he was going to do it because they both had their arms up, and then suddenly he went like this. I was like, something's about to happen. Something devious is about to happen.
Yes. And after he kicked him, and because I'm thinking that SmackDown would be the head, because they keep selling SmackDown the whole night, talking about if you don't bring your brother back, and then, the whole catch of SmackDown is Jay going to show up and join the Bloodline. Now that we know, and then my favorite thing is the Jimmy smirk. It was evil, it was warm at the same time. Like, yes, I got my brother back. This is family news. This is a family shit. This is family news. You think I turn for you?
You think I'm gonna choose you? This is family shit. Marcus, though, let's just talk about Friday.
Yes.
I don't think Jimmy Uso brought Jey Uso back. I think
no,
Jey
of course
Uso
not.
brought himself back. I think I'm still blaming Jimmy for something.
Jimmy is not competent for anything. So if you're the tribal chief, hold on, Manny. I can imagine it. Let you be the tribal chief, and I'm Jimmy Uso talking about it, and you can play it just like tribal chief, just stoic, angry for no reason. I'm going back. Hey, I told you, Oos. I told you I'd deliver him back. I told you he's family. He blood. He remember who he with. I brought my brother back, Roman. How do you feel, tribal chief? I'm on the clear, right?
I don't think you brought your brother back. I think your brother brought himself back. Tell me, Oos, what did you do?
I was in the ring, man. I called him. He answered my calls. He's back.
Wise man, bring me Jey Uso.
You what the wise man? Man. If I'm Roman, I'm going the same route you went, but I'm going back. Yeah, your brother brought him back, and that's why he a leader. That's why I just keep putting Jay down. But what I asked you to do, I asked you to end this Sami Zayn problem. It's not over. He wasn't ended. It's not over.
Oh, I left one thing out of my bit. Call Jey Uso.
But yeah,
Cody makes a save, but he was wearing those old man shoes, which are very difficult to run in because they have no grip.
Yeah. So who do you think had a better chance to get to the ring, Oscar or Cody? Because I felt like they both were struggling to get down there with their
Cody,
shoes.
because he had the momentum. Asuka could have easily fallen on herself.
Oscar was walking like a wounded zombie in The Walking Dead or something.
No. Did you know who she was walking like? Go back and watch Tajiri entrances. She was walking like Tajiri to the ring.
Also know where Taylor got his dance. Here's something I will agree with Levi. As a fan, wrestling fans have been spoiled this week. Have you been satisfied with both wrestlers this week? I have. Revolution was a really good show, as expected. It's never the problem about the show of AEW.
It's always the problem is the build.
It's the build.
It makes it hard for you to get invested.
The build always, like if you see something, like if you see a building under construction and you keep driving by, it looks like it's under construction, and then one day they're like grand opening, and you go like, nah, this shit ain't ready yet. But you go in and you go like, I guess it's working. So that's what it feels like I'm watching with AEW sometimes.
I was supposed to get the clip I was supposed to download a clip of Brian Alvarez talking about storylines in AEW and comparing it to WWE, but I think I can play the clip, just the sound, if I've actually saved it. Did I save it?
But I think, while you look for it, I think WWE's done a really solid, like they delivered some really solid storytelling this week on Monday. I thought the build for Mania was working.
Yeah.
For Mania, they really got around. I mean, there's stuff you still don't really care about, like Omos and Brock or Asuka and Bianca. And maybe even the Damage Control and, Lita and Trish as another nostalgia match or whatever.
Oh,
but
I can't find it.
Storyline wise, I really like the way they filtered in the Sammy, Kevin, Jimmy, Jey storyline all throughout the night. They keep you kind of hooked. It kind of the way it's filtered in and how each hour has something that involved them.
Yeah, and it was a Raw show, and we had the bloodline all the way through it.
Yeah. Minus Roman.
I think I can just I think I remember mostly what Brian Alvarez was saying. It was basically WWE fans are more invested in storyline than the match itself, which for me I think is more true than anything. I think a good story can save a bad match or an average match, whereas like an AEW fan, they have the story, but they don't necessarily care about the story, because what they care more about is the actual match. Because AEW, you can have all these dream matches in AEW, which they do, but like the story behind them is very nonsensical. Like it never really matters. For an AEW fan, because it is mostly a really hardcore indie fan base. King of the Indies is basically what it is. You kind of have these big matches, and it's like you don't really care. Sometimes the story is the very least part of it, because much like Revolution and all AEW pay-per-views, the match is going to be way better than anything, any story that could have covered it. But for me as a WWE fan, I enjoy being taken for the ride of having the story and then having it play out. I think that's always been the case, and I think that's how I enjoy TV. That's what it is for me. It's just extended TV.
And then, like for me this year, the two best things that happened on wrestling this year to me, match wise, you have, or maybe three. You have, Okada Ospreay, great match. You have a good story if you follow along with that. It's a long story, but if you follow along with that, just in their matches and like how he can't beat Okada no matter what he does. Yeah. And then you have the MJF Bryan Danielson and Iron Man match, which terrific match all the way. Decent story. Excuse me. And it was terrific. And then on the flip side of that, a match that wasn't as much of a match as the post-match antics was better than any match, or equal to the matches I bring up with the Roman, Kevin, Sammy Bloodline breakup. Like, that was as good as that MJF and Bryan Danielson match to me. And you may say, that's just biased, but I'm like, no. The drama of that was equally as great. But then, the satisfaction of just that story just like falling apart in the performances of the people. It's different type of performances, not athleticism, but more like just, as they say, with all the facial and the acting and all that. It's so good.
And then to justify my point, I think when you look at the WrestleMania card, there's so many like lackluster stories in it. When you realize like the Bloodline is the main story of WrestleMania, really going into it, and most of the other matches just feel a bit like they're missing something. Like they're trying with the Charlotte and Rhea thing, but it's not. It's not really working.
They go with rivalry.
It's a rivalry, but Charlotte's playing it down like Rhea Ripley's not a threat, but then Rhea Ripley is saying she's a threat. Nothing else is really moving along with that. I think you can probably get along with that because it's a Royal Rumble winner against the champion. But like you look what they've done with the Bloodline with Cody and Roman, they found a way to make that relevant, make a story out of it. Where they've got personal and stuff like that. They're not really doing it with Rhea. This Bianca Asuka thing, it's not working. I just don't get it. Bobby
Becky-
and Bray is not working for me.
No. I'm not digging Golden Girls versus Damage Control. That's not feeling that feud at all.
Almost Brock. I don't care.
Logan and Seth is decent. It's pretty good. Like they're doing a good job. I think on most part, but it's mostly
Thing is,
a
like,
Seth Miz kind
the
of
thing
thing.
is, you can give you. There's certain people you go. They're in this match. It's gonna be okay. You know what I mean? There's certain people that you can watch on WWE and go. Give the benefit of the doubt, like you do with AEW when you get into a pay-per-view, you're like, the build is rubbish, but the pay-per-view is going to be awesome. But like,
Yeah.
you look at Seth and you go, you could give him nothing and he'll still make something.
Yeah, he has that Shawn Michaels, AJ Styles kind of deal where it's just Kurt Angle kind of deal, and Bryan Danielson is like, here you guys go.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Oh, done.
Yeah.
And then, and then I'm assuming Dominic and Ray and Santos? I don't know what that's going to be about.
They haven't
but I'm
announced
into
that yet,
that.
but that may be a SmackDown thing. That might be this Friday's thing.
And then you got Gunther. I'm invested. Like, there's characters I'm invested in, not more of the story that they're currently on. Like, Gunther, I'm invested in, but he doesn't really have a story.
That's not going to have a story because that's what? They're going to have, 3 weeks to build that?
Yeah, it's no story. But I like the character. It's kind of like with Dom. I like Dom more than I care about him versus Ray. And Rhea, love Rhea, but don't really care about her and Charlotte's feud.
And Mark, to be all honest, I have a feeling the Intercontinental title match is probably going to get bumped to SmackDown. The SmackDown before WrestleMania. Like it did last year.
I think they're going to make it. I think they're going to make it.
Because
as soon as Gunther says, I don't have an opponent for WrestleMania, he's going to get an opponent for WrestleMania. I think that was well, you don't bring that up unless you're going to actually give him a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
And then he's going to delegate SmackDown. I don't think that's going to happen.
If Cody does win, I would presume Roman takes a long break off.
Which makes different from any other show.
Which makes me want to see Gunther versus Cody, because I think that would be a good clash of styles, and it'd be something good to watch. And like, I'm kind of satisfied that I probably I can't get tickets for Money in the Bank in London now, because I was priced out essentially. but the Tribal Chief ain't gonna be there, so it ain't gonna feel as big.
Yeah, he's not gonna do that, or Saudi. Or not.
The King of the Ring show. Why would he do that?
I forgot. Was it Levi that said they're gonna announce the sales of Saudi and the King and Queen? That would be so heartbreaking. That'd be the end. That's like all this momentum in wrestling is gone.
You know,
like I'm gonna sudden stop.
I still don't think it's that bad, but like the amount of talk the amount of talk about Manchester United being sold to the Qataris. The main thing with me is I don't want to be owned by a state. And I think what these kind of state-owned properties do, they use them for good PR to kind of overcome all the bullshit that happens in their country. Like all the human rights issues, to kind of gloss over what's actually going on. Before we go, Marcus, I have a complaint to make.
Oh, God damn it. I'm not the manager.
Derek Carr signed with the Saints.
Yes.
Why is history repeating itself?
What do you mean? What history is this?
Obviously, the Jets are now interested in bringing your quarterback,
I know.
Aaron Rodgers, to the Jets. And I didn't like this. What's his name? Colin Cowherd?
Yeah.
He had a graphic up, and they said the comparisons between Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers. They listed it all down, and the last line of that bullet point presentation was, "They all went to the desperate Jets." They could have just said the Jets, but desperate. Why write desperate? We didn't need that.
Here's the one thing I don't understand about the Jets. Why can't they land free agent? It's New York. It's New York / New Jersey. I think you should be able to land something. Like,
Well,
I don't
so
understand
the
why there are
Derek
no
Carr
such
one.
thing as good New York quarterbacks. Even with the Giants, they had Eli for a bunch of years, but Eli was the most average-ass quarterback in the history of the
Well,
league.
the Derek Carr one, they made it very clear that he was the number 2 option because they really were going for the big fish. I was just like, why? He's only going to cause more problems because he doesn't like playing with children. All the good Jets players are children.
Yeah. And if he's going to play with this shit, he best will stay in Green Bay. And I think he's not going to go there due to the Favre comparison. He hates that man so much. I don't think he's
willing to talk to them, so he must be.
Everybody's willing to talk.
It's going to end up being a trade, though, isn't it? So, like, I don't know what the Jets will have to give up to get to trade for Aaron Rodgers.
We're not taking anything. It's a trade. What did we get? What the package get back? They said nothing. They said we're fine.
Peace of mind.
They said yeet. Yeet. Done.
We got peace of mind. Our problem is now gone. We can start looking to the future.
Yeah.
Marcus, I guarantee you, though, in 2025, Aaron Rodgers will be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings.
If he goes to the Jets, why not? Why not?
You might as well keep that story going. Yeah, that's
right.
today's
The way
show.
the way the Broncos get quarterbacks, he's gonna be a Bronco too. Because for the simple
Don't they
fact,
have Russell Wilson still?
yeah, but they don't believe in him. The way John Elway's the worst president of anything of everywhere, and he gets away with it every year because he's John Elway, I guess. But
No, he got away with it.
the man has never drafted a good quarterback.
He won the Peyton Manning sweepstakes.
That was it. That was the one time. He had 1 year left, and he tried to recreate that magic with Russell, which isn't going to work out.
You would have thought, though, Russell, he would have had a better chance with Russell, but no. Shout out to Geno Smith signing a 3-year deal with the Seahawks for $105 million.
Geno living up to the hype, money back.
But then Derek Carr's getting about he signed a $160 million deal with the Saints, $100 million guaranteed. I don't think he's $100 million guaranteed.
They're not winning with that. He's an average quarterback. Maybe I'm biased because I saw him on the Raiders for all those years, but he's an average ass quarterback.
No, but
he fits in the category. It goes with him, Dak. Who else? He's average. Kirk Cousins. These are the average.
Kirk Cousins is the worst. Kirk Cousins isn't even average. He's the worst. Kirk Cousins has got good people around him that make an average person look. Average person of him make him look like he's competent, but he isn't.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, Vikings fans.
I was listening to the radio. It was like Keyshawn Johnson and Jay Williams, and they asked them, "Hey, Kirk Cousins Hall of Fame? Check out his stat sheet. He might actually he has better numbers than most people in there. He may squeeze in there out of just being the most average fucking guy." Like, that's what he is. And it's disgusting. His longevity and averageness will get him into the Hall of Fame. Mediocrity.
For me, it's the comparisons of like Steve. No, it was what I watched with Stephen A. when he found out about Derek Carr to the Saints. He basically went full John Cena before John Cena did. He said, "I don't care." He's been in the NFL for 9 years and never won in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what everybody brings up on him. But I hate when they do that to people because it is a team. It is a team.
Yeah, but when you play team, you are the highest paid person on the team.
Yeah, it don't mean that you can do everything. It's not he can't play defense.
That's the point. You put your team in a position to win.
And it's not his fault John Gruden done fucked around with emails and shit. Like, that's not his fault that he's had these different coaches and the organization's poorly run. I'm not saying Derek Carr is the best. I'm not even saying he's the worst. I'm just saying that a lot of stuff you can't blame him. He played for the Raiders.
You can't say he's the worst because the worst QB plays for the Jets. His name is Zach Wilson.
Hey, maybe you guys can land Baker Mayfield or something.
Do you know what? Of all people, he's
so Jets.
He'd be the same he'd be the time we signed Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Why did we get Tim Tebow? Why?
Wasn't he there originally to play tight end or something? Or was that a different?
No,
Tim
wasn't
Tebow
he a
story?
Jaguar or something? I think
He was a
drafted
Jaguar.
to
Yeah. Urban
or
Meyer
second
was
round.
bringing him in. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
This is
a
ridiculous.
lot of Tim Tebow here. So, like, what are we doing?
There's too much Tim Tebow. But yeah, that is today's show. Just need to have a complaint.
I want to say, who's the Austin Theory of the NFL? Where John Cena would just rip him and say, they just don't care about you. Is that Kirk Cousins?
No. Because people, I don't think the Minnesota market is that big enough for you to go, I don't care about Kirk Cousins. I don't know Kirk Cousins most of the time. I only know him occasionally because his name will come up on stuff I watch. Never.
Kirk Cousins is like that indie wrestler that's really good. And you're like, oh, he did what? Oh, that's cool. I'm not going to watch him.
I think he could be Baker Mayfield because he had all that promise of him when he was drafted.
I feel like that'd be actually short.
I don't think it's actually.
We
short.
say we compare wrestlers to quarterbacks.
Oh, maybe. But that requires so much research.
Not really. It's just bullshit. Like we're talking, like we ain't got no stats or nothing. We're just talking shit about people. We don't have to give all the quarterbacks. So
I have been working on something actually. If you want to play around with stats.
No.
Sasha Banks had 10 title reigns in the WWE.
Why do you only have stats against black champions?
I will extend this at some point. But Sasha's reigns as champions have always been questionable.
Yeah, every
How
short.
short they are. Her current run with the IWGP title is 17 plus days. Where would that rank on the current? If you were to add, where would you put that against her 10 title reigns so far?
I have that against her second longest reign, probably.
No.
I think in the pandemic she may have had no, she wasn't champion in the pandemic. That was Bailey. Fuck.
So she's had two long title reigns. Her NXT run, which WWE acknowledges as 196 days, because WWE acknowledge days differently. And then her SmackDown Women's title reign was 167 days.
No.
Her shortest title reign was her fourth time she won the Raw Women's title, which was 8 days.
Yeah. I figured. I was like, that's an 8-day win.
So her current IWGP title would fall in between her third and fourth Raw title win. Her third Raw title was 19 days.
Yeah, you want to know the beauty of her IWGP title win? No defense in sight. No defense in sight, Manny.
But that's more of a Stardom title, right? It's not a New Japan title. It's a Stardom title, right?
Yeah, but they're the same company.
No, it's just got IWGP plastered all over it.
Yeah, but it's the same time. It's the same company. New Japan bought the Stardom.
Yeah, but New Japan don't care about women.
They do. That's why they added. That's why they added Sasha, and she's the highest paid woman in the history of the world, or
That's
something.
just to make it look like they care.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. They don't care about that money. But this is a conversation for ET. What? Shout out to Sasha. Roman raising your title reigns.
Well, she probably better. No, she's gonna have a Kaylee Ray and Walter reign of NXT UK titles, where they didn't defend them at all during the pandemic, So they have long title
That's not
reigns.
true. Walter has like 2 defenses in the pandemic. His Dragunov Walter one was a pandemic title match.
Marcus, there's about
I think
200
2.
days of Walt. There's 200 days.
Yeah,
of
200 days
Walter's
at home. Just sitting at home.
So, yeah, I think Sasha Banks is going to have one of those. I mean, Mercedes Moné is going to have one of those runs. Oh, I'm attending an indie show tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. This is the one with your referee friend, right?
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Eve tomorrow.
Hey.
Front
Man,
row,
he does-
so if you watch it, see me.
Fuck would I even know? I don't even know where to see this show, Manny.
YouTube.
Oh, it's free? Free
Yeah.
on YouTube?
I think only half of the show is free on YouTube.
Nah, they need to just do the full thing. I will see Manny in the front row going, just trolling. Look at this piece of shit. Maybe get a drink thrown in his face.
I would love that.
Just get that tequila thrown in your face. That kid's eyes burned probably like hell.
I think that would spruce me up. Give me powers and stuff.
All right, yeah. Manny, you were that kid. Let's say you were that kid. How would, maybe 6 or 7, maybe? I don't know how old
He
that kid
looks
was.
small. He looks small. He had to be about 5 or 6.
Maybe 5, 6? How would 5-year-old Manny respond to that?
He'd probably go after MJF. But what's more concerning for me is that Mother did nothing.
What was she supposed to do? She's like, oh shit!
I'm fighting
She can't
him.
jump around. What she got? I don't know.
She doesn't need to jump the rail. MJF was already over
Max
the
might
rail.
hit her. Max might hit the shit out of her.
Look at that. Look, she just let it happen.
Now, is that the kid's dad? I couldn't tell or not. He's just some guy
know.
there.
I
But
don't know. I mean, you got to meet Powerhouse Hobbs afterwards, but
I'm sure that was water, though. The report said it's tequila. It's not tequila.
No,
That's
people
water.
think it's tequila, but that looked like
That's
water.
just water. That's just water.
But there are different types of tequila, but like that's
That's
way
not-
too much. That is way too much tequila if she's drinking tequila.
But it could be a mix. It could be, a mix of something. Maybe a vodka. It could be, it could be mixed. But I doubt if that was tequila. That's way too much tequila. Like,
That's
Like,
too
she's
clear
got-
to be tequila.
by the way, this is how that kid sees from now on. This is blurry. But, right by AEW, but wrong by AEW at the same time. Like, they made it right with the kid.
They
They took
made
it
it
to the
right.
back. I still sue. I ain't shit, but I sue. Right away.
I just don't believe.
I would've
that
enjoyed
mum
it.
would- I feel like my mum or dad would have made a massive scene.
Yeah. But
Although
there was a
I
lot
guess-
happening that we couldn't see. We couldn't see. It was all off camera. So you don't
Although I
know what
guess
could have happened.
if you watch
Security's
the-
there.
If you watch a Chris Rock special, I guess she did the right thing. You don't, as a colored person, you just don't do your business in front of white people.
Yeah. That's the part that shocked me when I heard MJF do a drink on a fan. I immediately sued white.
Yeah.
Cause you're like, oh, there must be white, front row tickets, San Francisco. This is a black woman in San Francisco getting her kid. Like, this is the rarest of rarest things that ever happened. So, shame on anybody. Just be cautious of what wrestling show you take your kid to. This is not as bad as the kids getting glass thrown in their face.
Yeah, those hardcore wrestling events.
Yeah. Just be cautious of it. Like, if I had a kid, I would not take my kid to an AEW show or sit front row, for one thing. Like,
No,
to
you
watch
could
all the
take it to an
like the
AEW show,
John
but I would
Moxley
not-
Hangman Page. Like, I
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah.
want you emulate. I wouldn't want you, like, or
That
the
kid
Barry the
told her.
Linebacker Christian. Yeah.
No, the Burial
Oh.
Alive match was tame, considering if you
Yeah. I'm,
just the John Moxley one, that kid's gonna be scarred for life.
Yeah. I'm not taking my kid to this. Like, to see that. Like, when you're 10, yeah. But I was just like, maybe a teenager I'll take, but not my kid who may be traumatized watching a man get hung right in front of him. Oh no, they may have been in the back already. I think I can't. No. This
No,
is the main
it's
event.
main
They were
event.
there the whole time. Yeah,
They were there the
it
whole
was the
time.
main event. They were there the whole time. Never mind. Oh, Yeah, I would be like, fuck, this is fucked up. Like, what if the kid goes to emulate that in school? Like, I would have cautions about that.
What or throwing drinks at people? Because I would.
No, I don't care about throwing. I don't care about the gun. I don't care about that. Like, that's fine. I feel like MJF did nothing wrong. Water's kind of harmless. Like, and it was just him being a heel, and like, the kid, it was a life lesson. MJF is a piece of shit. The kid who got the basketball kicked in front of him, I think is more traumatized than that kid who got the water on. Because that kid, I'm always thinking, I could have been rich. I could have been rich.
MJF's reasoning for it all is he looked thirsty.
Yeah. And MJF press conference, amazing. He's just top guy. Just barrage of cuss words on a fucking crutch, eyes bloodshot like CM Punk. In the media, I was like, this is just amazing. Oh, you saw that promo of the media scrub. I don't know what else happens. I don't know if Tony did anything awkward, although I haven't heard anything.
No, I haven't watched it. There wasn't that much controversy, so I wasn't going to watch it. But instead of eating baked goods, MJF's eating fucking pickles.
And that was funny. Eat this pickle, try this pickle. Dill Pickles was the sponsor. Whoever's the sponsor. And he's like, eat this pickle. Come get this pickle. Go ahead. That's the best fucking pickle you ever had in your life.
Pickles
I like pickle. I like a good pickle. I like a good pickle. You say never had a good pickle, Manny.
I will never eat pickles. I'd rather throw them at people. But yeah, that is today's show. We've given you a little bit extra. It is now 11:15 here at night. It's prime time for me. This is when I normally make shorts. How dare you send me that Pikachu thing? I'm laughing for hours before I decided to make that short.
That was me and Jamal. That was one of the many things Jamal sent me.
Go on.
Know what I like about that is them holding the ladder for the Pikachu. I was like, oh, it's just like Hobbs.
We had a comment on there. It was like, I'm not surprised they didn't use a defibrillator and call it the Thunderbolt attack or whatever. I was like, I'm just thinking that is so indie that could happen.
Yeah. I can imagine that Pikachu showing up on Dynamite this week because Tony Khan randomly throws some of these random trending indie moment. He'll throw them on Dynamite like Luigi Primo had like 2 or 3 weeks of fame. So, this needs to be on Dynamite. No, Tony, not everything needs to be on Dynamite.
So make sure you like the video and subscribe. Marcus will be back in a few hours with ETE.
It's 24 hours from now, man. It's more than 24 hours from now.
It's less than 24 hours.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, maybe 18 hours.
Yeah.
Where we talk about a few things, actually.
So I'll take pictures of the ring and send them to Marcus. He may display them during the show. He may not.
And Manny, I know that you are not probably available tomorrow, but you are at an indie show. That's kind of ETE territory.
Yeah, I'm going with friends from work, and I'm contemplating filming one of them because it's their first wrestling show, and considering using that as a potential short because it is.
Yeah, I was about to say, Manny, I think you're gonna have to send like 3 shorts.
No, I don't. What, a review?
No. I mean, of the show, you're gonna like, if something's gonna happen, you're gonna be like, ha ha ha.
No, I can't sit there with my phone out just like the whole time.
By the way, you brought up the Chris Rock controversy and all that, and on Netflix.
That was boring, by the way.
We went to his show. It was with him and Dave Chappelle. Same jokes. And I was like,
Even the Meghan Markle ones. I thought the Meghan Markle ones were kind of funny.
No, they were all same thing. It's all same material. Eric was 100% right. Oh, you gonna watch it? You know it's gonna be the same thing. And I was like, he may change it up. And then I was watching it, going like, that's joke for joke.
The Meghan Markle stuff was funny, but again, I don't care about that. I don't care about the royal family, and she should have known better.
The original investors in racism.
racism, being a pedophile.
Yeah, all that, all that,
all of it. They got it.
Just watch one episode of The Crown. You'll be okay. You're like, oh.
If you were playing inappropriate bingo, the royal family has oh.
But you want to know something about the royal family hitting all of that, which makes them even more human, just like any other family. Legit, any other family is the same way. And you may say, nah, yeah. There's your racists. There's your pedophiles. There's your criminals, murderers. There's your uppity cousins who are rich and shit. There's all of that. Your family is the royal family. It's just you're not seen on TV.
But Marcus, there's not only just one royal family.
Wanna work that in there? Adrenaline through my soul.
Something, Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
I still don't know why John Cena and him walked out on stage together. That was maybe they would argue and say John Cena was going to talk up Cody Rhodes' match with Roman. Maybe that's why he was originally here.
Well, why did Cody Rhodes even come out? He had nothing.
I don't know. He had nothing. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He came out there and was like, hey, and they go to commercial, and Cody did nothing. And next time you see Cody, he's running to the ring, making a save.
Although I do want to try running in those dress shoes I have to see if I could do that run. Probably fall apart.
I'm falling down. I'm
falling apart during that run. But yeah, it's late. I've been Lord Manny Hayes. He's been
apparently Marcus the grand finale. Yeah.
And this is the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Like the video and subscribe. We out. Peace.